Yo, guys, what's up? Yeah, meta deck. So yeah, I played drytrons. Drytrons are pretty fun. Yeah, I played them, and I got this playmat right here. Pretty nice looking playmat, if you ask me. By winning everything, because I'm that good. Nah, JK. But nah, seriously though, this deck's really good. This deck's really broken. If I were to take this to like a YCS or like a regional, I would. Because it's that damn good. So, yeah. Let's do it. Alright, so we got right here 3 alphas, 3 zetas, the ritual monster searcher, the ritual spell searcher, the reviver of drytrons, and 1 delta to reveal a ritual monster or spell, ritual spell, and then you draw a card. I feel like this is the best lineup for it. You can make a case to run 3 gammas, but like there's some moments where it does break a lot, and yeah. These 3 at 3 years without question, and Delta's just an okay card. But it's definitely worth running just for another name and the fact that it's not terrible. Oh, my bad, I forgot Draconoid. Yeah, this card's really good too. So for the fairy lineup, I run 3 Heralds, 3 of these, 2 of these, 1, 1, and 1. Alright, so I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory. You dump Herald of Light and then you could search, or you could dump Mist and you could pop a card. This card's very versatile. Honestly, this card makes Drytron so much better. And then 3 Heralds. Heralds is really insane. I feel like it's mandatory to run at 3. Some people run it at 2, but I like maximizing my negates. And then 2 Avas. Yeah, I feel like you could get away with running 1, but I like running 2 because I like overkilling my opponent, if that makes sense. Yeah, but yeah, like having 6 negates with Herald Perfection is so good. 1 Benten because she's at 1. Ida 10's so nuts. If you could like just tribute and summon her all the time, it's so broken. And 1 Herald Perfection because I run the pre-prep build. I personally prefer the pre-prep build. So this is funny, but I do play the Dragoon engine. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to say. It's broken. If they hand trap you a bunch of times, you just sit on Dragoon, and the game is pretty much a simplified game state. So like, what's your opponent gonna do really? Like, you're gonna have multiple negates. So with this, I'm moving towards the spells. Drytron Nova, really good. Activate, special, broken. So with that, I am running 3 Fafnirs. I know lots of people just like running 1, but I love seeing Nova a lot. So I kind of want to maximize it. Plus, it's a pretty good matchup against Virtual World too, because it changes the levels. So yeah, it's amazing. So I run 3 Cyber Emergencies. Yeah, it's a consistency card to search for your your Drytrons. This is just overall really good. Let's see, I got 3 Preparation of Rites, such as your Herald and your Ritual Spell. 3 Preparation of Rites, because this card's really good. If you already use a Ritual Spell, if you have a nuts enough hand where you could use your Ritual Spell and then get Meteotis back with this, it's so freaking good. Let's see, and then I got myself 3 Droplets. I was debating either Droplets or Prosperities, but come to find out that Droplets was the better play. I play a lot of decks in my locals that have freaking a lot of Shadals in it, so like Winda kind of shits on this deck, so you have to play this. So let's see, last but certainly not least, I do run the Herald, 1 Meteotis, 1 Call by the Grave, and 1 Insta Fusion. This is 46 card deck. I know it sounds horrible, but like with this many consistency cards, you could get away with running this many cards on it. But with that being said, it wasn't for the fact that my locals had a lot of like Shadal cards, like of floodgate monsters, like Chuchi and stuff. Like I would have, I would most likely played what's his face. I would have played Prosperities over Droplets. That's just me personally. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the lineup. So I'm gonna do the side because why not? Side deck. So I have 3 Mystic Minds. So I feel like the biggest problem I had was I didn't really have like a going first side. I should have definitely put in a going first side. That was a mistake on my part. And the reason why I got away with this because Drytron is such a easy deck to play. But yeah, so it's like pretty much that. Like I wouldn't take out Mystic Mind. I'd probably take out another card here, but yeah, definitely I would play Mystic Mind for sure. So 2 twins because you need something for back row removal. Like you like if you get like floodgated, you kind of lose. So there you go. I do have one more Mini Otis because there are situations where they will banish your spell card and you're playing something like Eldritch. You kind of want to have that security blanket. Here you go. 3 Phantasme. Maybe I didn't see it. I didn't see this card. So maybe in my head I'm thinking if I don't see it then it's not good. But it definitely is a good card. You do dig through your deck a lot quicker. So yeah. I like that. So and last but certainly not least, I do run the Shadal package. I feel like this is so free. The fact that you could just dump a Drytron with Shadal Fusion, like Aerial and Construct, is so freaking good. Or the fact that you could just turn off a card, a Floodgate, with just App Cologne, and you could just disrupt stuff. Like it's so free. So yeah, I really like this engine a lot. Oh, I tend to take out stuff. I take out the Dragoon package when I play this because I generally like try to break a board, not so much establish one. Then I'll establish one. So I feel like making Dragoon is not really that good here. And I could just and if you could play it enough to where you could make it a simplified game state and where you could just have enough negates to match their hand and you just win. So yeah. So yeah, let's go the extra deck. 2 Drytron Mu Beta. This card's so freaking good. This card was the Union Carrier, whatever the card is. Like this replaces it so well, and it's such a good card. I do run 1 Beat Rise, 1 Downer, and a Zeus. I don't really run any of the other level 1s because 2K attack's enough. And you could just set on your Downer Magician and Zeus. Let's see. So for the links, I got 1 Link Karibo, Phoenix, IP, this guy, Unicorn, and Boar Sword. Really, really good. Really, really good. Really, really good. I like Boar Sword over Access Code. It helps you win games faster. And you spam enough monsters on the field so where you can use this effect. And have the materials necessary to make them. Let's see. 1 Herald. You only play 1. You're only resolving it once. The deck is so like you could search out so many times that you don't really need more than 1, in my personal opinion. And then for this, you got the Millennium Eyes, of course, the Nist, and Dragoon. This card is so freaking good. I can't tell you how many times I made this card and I just win because of it. This card's definitely like either this card or Anaconda is getting banned because the fact that you could like get hand trapped a couple of times and then just make Dragoon like, oh okay, I have this security net. It makes this deck so freaking annoying to deal with. I think that's just about it. This is probably one of the best decks I played in a very long time. This is super annoying. It could get complicated if you get hand trapped. You kind of have to figure out how to play around it. But for the most part, if they have one non-high impact hand trap like an Imperm Ash or a Bell, if they have those and you kind of have a nuts hand, and they kind of just lose, you know. So the banless season is coming around. I personally think if they just ban Anaconda and Ava to 1, the deck will be fine. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. I like this deck a lot. Got first place with it. Got this playmat. Haven't dropped a set. GG, guys. GG.